Note, thank you to our amazing community for submitting your top plays all year long. We look forward to seeing your best plays in 2K21.
And the Blazers couldn't have looked any sharper as they came through the tunnel. Every home game's a reason to get dressed up for these guys. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. We bring you tonight into Portland over the Burnside Bridge on a gorgeous evening here in the Pacific Northwest. Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at the Grizzlies. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And of course, there's the Trailblazers. They're back in the 9th position.
And I think for Memphis, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Blazers coach Terry Stotts had previous head coaching stints in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but it was as an assistant coach in Dallas, where he helped win the 2011 title, that he rejuvenated his career. Stotts wasn't sure he'd get another coaching opportunity, but after that, he said the stars aligned. Kevin, he's now in year 8 as head coach in Portland.
The players love him. Thank you, David. Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Wow, I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are. And that's just something awesome to be a part of.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. And for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. The Grizzlies making the shot. McCollum outside over Brooks. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard.
This is who McCollum is, someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Anderson passes to Valanciunas. Anderson against Anthony. Here's Valanciunas. Collins with some nice D.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Here's Anthony. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Come get it, come get it. Ball.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. A floater, and it's Morant missing. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Brooks. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Oh, no. Sloppy finish. The D was giving him the layup. He just didn't stay with it.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Now here's Morant. D right on him. Ball's knocked loose. McCollum with the ball. Now Valanciunas defending. Shoots. They get the rebound. The Grizzlies off to a slow start. They trail by 3. Last time against the Trailblazers, they lost in Portland. Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. Can they get it? And again, Memphis no good.
Oh, just incredible. That spin shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight, and few players are more explosive athletically.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And what really separates Morant? The intangibles. He has a great camaraderie with his teammates already.
Passes it to McCollum. Anthony up on top. He's covered by Anderson. It's stolen by Valanciunas. McCollum against Brooks. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it. Well, you think about a franchise player, it's hard to find a better example than Damian Lillard. His play, his presence, Kevin, he's one of the most important players in Blazers franchise history.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Lillard. Chris, you were talking about the presence of Lillard. Very cool and always composed.
Oh, Kevin, I love Damian Lillard. I mean, he's from Oakland. He has that town toughness. He's got that dog in him. I mean, he speaks softly and carries a big stick.
Now here's McCollum, following the miss by Ja Morant. Goes back up. Nurkic can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
It's good. Brooks has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, this is why Morant's teammates love to play alongside of him. I mean, exceptional vision, and he's incredibly unselfish.
And here's Nurkic. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Lillard finds McCollum. 6 to shoot. That one, no good. Nice D from Brooks. The Grizzlies have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Knocked away. Stolen by McCollum. Over in the corner, Lillard from past the arc. Here's Nurkic. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic. I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Now, Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Lillard with the bucket.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Collins and finished off by Morant.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Anthony, and Portland again with the bucket.
And Anthony, really one of the most confident jump shooters, an elite level scorer who gets plenty of opportunities.
Now here's Morant. He's got 6, and the rejection by Collins. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. Second, the Grizzlies.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Two.
And that one misses. Chris, of the guys you went against and played against, who would have benefited from today's style of play the most?
Oh, man, I got a few names. Billy Owens. Billy Owens, to me, was a guy like a Kevin Durant. No, he couldn't shoot like that, but he did everything on the floor for us there in Golden State. And I think in today, an open game for him where he could get going, oh, man, that would just be incredible. I also think of a guy like Detlef Shrimp. He could post up, he could pop and pick, he could shoot the ball deep, he could shoot off the dribble, finish on the break. Whatever you wanted, he could give it to you that way. And I think for both guys, that size, that sweet spot, 6'7", 6'8", but played like a little bit of a guard, those two guys come to mind.
Here's Morant, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Morant kicks to Valanciunas. Now here's Morant. He's guarded by McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Anderson outside, takes a 3, but they get it back. Lillard against Brooks. Pass to Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. 10 points for John Morant.
I tell you what, when Morant hits this shot with consistency, it sets up everything else you want to run.
Anthony kicks it out to Collins. There's the dish to McCollum.
Hey, right there. Hey, back door.
Whiteside, the pass to Lillard. The 3 drops in the tray. Lillard's got 8 points.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Outside Jackson. Pass to Valanciunas. Shoots a fader. That one good for 2.
Well, you know Valanciunas can hit a 3, but that 15 to 18 feet range, oh, man, that's his sweet spot when shooting.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 8, launches it, and another 3 for Portland.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Oh, the third youngest player ever to drop 30 in a game, Jaren Jackson Jr., looking like a great starting piece for the Grizzlies rebuild.
so Memphis ends up going with the new group.
And checking out the numbers for Whiteside, in the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular. First in blocks, second in rebounding. And also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
He has been a human highlight reel all season long. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now, and he has the numbers to back it up.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Simons. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. They swipe it. Melton's shot is good.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
Here's Simons. Hazonia with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Feeds to Whiteside. It's rebounded by Memphis. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Allen, that's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And now, here's Hazonia. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Floats one. And there's the pass to Trent. Hazonia on the wing. Here's Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot. One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Here's Simons, following the score by Memphis. Pass to Whiteside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And it had been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
1:51 left in the first. To the wing right side. Inside. Allen's shot is off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Here's Trent, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Simons. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from 14. Offensive rebound. Whiteside, no good. Memphis trailing here. Melton feeling it out a bit. Allen outside. He's covered by Whiteside. A step back shot here. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Simons. Pass to Trent. Now here's Whiteside. For Portland, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
Yeah, Kevin, the front office shakeup this summer for the Grizzlies. Now, the new leadership wants to take more of a long-term, proactive approach to things.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. Here's Melton. 6 points for him. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Allen outside.
Kick it out, man. Kick it out.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Two.
The first one falls. And Allen drops them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Kick it out.
To the paint. Here's Whiteside. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And don't go away. We'll be right back. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys. What do you think they're doing or not doing?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Or just wearing them out. I mean, when you space the floor like this, the defense has to run and expend energy.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. There with Gorgie Dang. Then there's Allen. And it's Melton in at the 1. Allen's shot is off.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Now here's Little. Guarded closely. They get it back. Count the basket. Whiteside's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Trailblazers. And we've played through the first minute here in the second.
Set up.
Here's Clark. Hazonia defending.
Hey, yo,
Jang, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 4. Takes the 3. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Kicks it out to Allen. Softly drops in the floater. Allen's got 6 points.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
And now, here's Hazonia. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Simons. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Oh, they get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up, though.
The pass to Jang.
Get there.
Back to Allen. Can't hit that one. And it's Portland the other way. Trailblazers moving the ball around. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Passes to Clark. The putback. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Little passes to Simons. Second chance shot. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player.
Here's Simons taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Pass to just 5 on the clock. From deep. Here's Whiteside. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. While the NBA is entertainment, you know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely. Here's Morant. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Here's the teardrop. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Lillard.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Now here's Morant. He's got 10. He dishes it to Jackson. He kicks it to Morant. Shoots over Lillard. And it's Morant missing. And here are the Blazers. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Pass to McCollum. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Morant passes to Brooks. There's the pass to Valanciunas. And no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And that one's good. Lillard. Lillard's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers.
Lillard has some ridiculous handles. His ball control simply sublime.
Here's Morant. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got 7 rebounds in the game.
I know what kind of competitor he is. I know he's upset with his performance and with the score.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. And it's time for a look at our rookie leaderboard to see which rookies have been the most dangerous scorers in the league over the last 10 games. Ja Morant, third.
He's really showing what he can do. I mean, providing an impressive knack offensively for a first-year player.
And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height, but on their offense.
Missed by Memphis.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
Every team, you just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Now here's Brooks, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Anderson against Nurkic. Passes it to Valanciunas. Brooks kicks to Morant. To end the drought. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at that Timberwolves matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Now Anderson, after the missed three from Damian Lillard. They get a hand on it. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Now here's Lillard, pass to Nurkic. He feeds it to McCollum. A beautiful reverse layup. McCollum's got 7 now in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
From 12 feet out, and that one's good, Morant.
That jumper is just looking clean and confident. Very little that Morant can't do.
Lillard surveying the D. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Watch Lillard.
Lillard outside. Trailblazers keep it alive, and finished off by Nurkic.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Brooks outside. Pass to Jackson. The fadeaway. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Fans, broadcasters love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will halt that break, slow down that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game. So anything that takes away from teams scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score. Don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because a player holds the ball too long.
Right.
Usually they have another open player in front of them that they could pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you'll still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight on the break.
Both free throws good from Anthony.
Well, and Kevin, in the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. I mean, a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster.
Count it. 16 points for John Morant.
You could do that every time up the floor. Pick and roll and just let them go to work.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Here's McCollum. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Memphis. And Chris, in the small market of Memphis, there'd been a resistance to hitting that reset button and going young.
Well, yeah, with fan attendance dropping in each of the last 4 seasons, I mean, they've reached their pain threshold. And with this team struggling, the writing was on the wall.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
They have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
One of the top 10 shooting guards in the NBA, C.J. McCollum. I mean, you wonder, though, would he be even better lined up as a point guard? I'm not sure. But his defense has been his shortcoming. At 6'3", his size is better suited.
Now here's Lillard. Not a lot of room. McCollum outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. C-Webb, you think have dropped 3 seasons running.
Yeah, Kevin, but that's because his role on this team is to score. I mean, he's so skilled. He can get other guys involved, but you's a better option than him besides Dame Lillard. On another team, though, with a chance to start at point guard, I wouldn't mind seeing that adjustment.
And the first one at the line is good.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
No good on the second free throw.
Good prospect, but he sure worked his way to the top.
Now here's McCollum. Nurkic dishes to McCollum. Lillard left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. And it's Morant with the rebound. 4-year player at Lehigh, McCollum earned his degree in journalism.
Yeah, he had to beg his parents to switch from a business major, but now he's putting his degree to use. He already interviewed the commissioner, man. Keep playing. He's trying to come for my job, Kevin. When his playing days are done, though, I'm sure he'll be looking to try to take my job and yours and continue on that path.
Here's Morant, following the score by Damian Lillard. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Fades and shoots. Another shot, and Valanciunas puts it in.
Oh, I love the rabid intensity right there. Valanciunas, he is capable of doing real damage on the offensive boards.
Nurkic finds McCollum. Now here's Lillard. Brooks covering.
Watch the pick.
From deep three-point range, Lillard with the bucket. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Now, he's doing some good work from long range. I mean, he had 2 threes in the first quarter, and now he's got 1 in the second.
The pass to Morant. Here's Valanciunas. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Memphis with it. Here's Brooks, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And the pick-and-roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Jusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer, too. He had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick-and-roll game. 2.
And that one falls for Brooks.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts, last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Both good from the line that time.
45th pick in the 2017 draft. Remember when Brooks led Oregon to the Final Four?
Here is Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And there was a lot he gave him on that other end of the floor. Don't forget about that. His defense was a big factor. He ended up with 3 steals.
Nurkic can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 20.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
The Grizzlies have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Two.
And that one falls for Brooks.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And both free throws good for Brooks. 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Simons, Nurkic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Allen for 3. Here's Melton. And so it's Portland with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 18 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
One of the things Lillard gives you year after year is consistency. Look at his stats. They're almost the same across the board every season. And then he has nights like this where he takes it up a notch.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, the bottom line, Ernie, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakum, splaka-kataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Here's Lillard, following the basket by John Morant. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Jusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20-25-5 game, the Bosnian Beast, making a name for himself.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Oh, well, the best season of his career, Kevin. But then Jusuf Nurkic suffered that gruesome leg injury. It was a huge loss for the Blazers and a long road to recovery for Nurkic.
He's perfect from the line this time. And the Blazers were looking for that third star. And Chris Nurkic was starting to look like he might fit the bill.
Well, Kevin, let's think about it. You could argue that he was one of the top 5 centers in the league last season. He just turned 25, so hopefully he's still on the upslope of his career.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
You must push Collins further away. When you don't, this is exactly what's going to happen.
And that one's good, Morant.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Portland leading by 18. Passes it to Anthony. Over Anderson. Anthony's shot is off. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Lillard comes with the double team. Pass to Valanciunas. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And it's off from three-point range. Now Lillard. He's got 18. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. With the floater. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's Brooks in the corner. And he's good on the 3 ball. Brooks has got 11 points.
I love seeing Brooks take these quick shots. I mean, he's skilled at realizing when he has room to get them off.
To the middle. And the basket by Lillard.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. And he's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
Here's Morant. And the Grizzlies check on 2 more.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. The three from McCollum, and it's Morant with the rebound. Morant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Makes it off the glass. Morant's got 8 here in the quarter.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. Here's Nurkic. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. 8 points for him.
And sometimes it's impossible to contain Nurkic. At his height and weight, he's great at finishing through contact.
Now here's Morant, covered by Lillard. A floater, and it's Morant missing.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
The Grizzlies trail by 15. The feed now to Valanciunas. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And so here's Memphis after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months, but they finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Valanciunas is a nice piece to have. He's a big man who's a nightly double-double threat.
And the rejection by Jackson. These players have been dominant on the glass in their last 10 games, leading the NBA in rebounding. Second is Hassan Whiteside. Jonas Valanciunas, third.
The work this twosome has done on the boards over that period cannot be overlooked. They've both been big factors.
2.
Free throw good, McCollum.
You know, if you got game, you got game. And we're starting to see more players come from small schools and go on to become special talents like McCollum. You don't see it too often, but it's definitely start to happen. Shows you what happens when you put in the work.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
That one goes. Count it.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 18.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that rebound.
Here's Brooks. Portland grabs the miss. 22 is their biggest lead.
Hey, D up on CJ.
Anthony with it. 8 points for him. From 18 feet away, Grizzlies with the rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Brooks. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Good work defensively by Whiteside. McCollum right side. On target from 13 feet. McCollum's got 20.
He's taken 5 shots this quarter and only hit 1. I mean, you got to say ouch to that.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Little, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Memphis also making some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Jackson. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Anderson. Lillard finds McCollum. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Ja Morant. He's been a factor for them over the last month, putting up about 18 points per, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Here's Whiteside and the jam by Whiteside.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And stolen by Lillard.
Who's got ball?
Banked in off the glass. 24 points for him.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Right there!
Pass to Morant. Shoots over Lillard. The offensive rebound. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
One shot.
Oh, this is the grit and grind Valanciunas gives you. I mean, someone that isn't going to give into the defense.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
One shot.
Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019, letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
Here's Melton. 6 points for him. Dishes to Valanciunas. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And they get it back. Portland leading by 17. Here's Trent. And off the glass. That one's good. Trent's got his first basket of the night. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. The dish now to Valanciunas. Lays it up and banks it in. Valanciunas has got 7 now in this quarter.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Now the pass to Trent. Back to Whiteside. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, a good shot blocker who competes hard on defense. Defenders better think twice before trying Valanciunas.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Simons. Passes it to Whiteside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Whiteside's got 14 points.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
And that one's good by Clark.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Simons surveying the D. Tipped away. Shot clock at 6. Fires it up. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Pass to Allen. Here's Clark. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Melton. He's got 6. Lets it go from deep. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 15. Over to the wing. Here's Little. The second chance effort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. A different look now for Portland. Collins comes in for Mario Hezonja, and Anthony subbed in for Little. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Gorgie Dang comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Morant in for Grayson Allen. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Here's Melton, and Whiteside sends it back. Anthony taking his time here. Over Clark. The Trailblazers rebound. Goes up again, and Anthony with the basket on the assist by Collins. That's 10 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Clark. 1:06 left in the third quarter of the game. Jang, no luck.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing this man into a difficult attempt.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Anthony. The Grizzlies trail by 19. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The pass to Clark.
Hey, watch the pick.
Just 5 to shoot. From deep. They get it again. Here's Melton. And again, Memphis no good. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Now here's Anthony. He's got 12. The step back jumper is good. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Trailblazers running away with this one. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, good job defensively. Good job on dropping on the rolls. Just stay with, keep rebounding. Don't lose men in transition.
Well, Terry praising his guys, GA, bringing it on the defensive end.
And they've done just that so far. They just have to be able to continue with that mindset.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth, Anderson is out there with Clark. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Morant.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Shot from 12. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 16th rebound on the night. Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. When I got a chance to play home in Detroit, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years in my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever, I've never had a better feeling before a game than eating her food than being able to go out and play.
I bet. And the first one drops. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Memphis also making a switch. Brooks checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. And the Grizzlies shooting a meager 37% for the game. Now here's Morant. He's covered closely. Clark, the pass to Jackson. Brooks kicks to Clark. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And here's Anderson from the arc. Good work defensively by Anthony. The Trailblazers shooting here about 46% for the game. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you know, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Now here's Morant. Adams defending. Morant passes to Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass. Jackson's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, he's like a surgeon down low operating in the paint. He is incredibly effective there.
Here's Gabriel, guarded by Jackson. Anthony kicks to Adams. The three-pointer, no good.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. McCollum's checked in.
One shot.
And Morant really impacts the game in every area.
It's incredible, Kevin. He gives you the points, the assists, the rebounds. But then you look at the box score and you also see a block, a couple steals. And I like that he shoots a high percentage at the line.
The three-pointer is right on target.
I mean, logs his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going.
Takes the 13-footer, and it's Portland with the rebound. McCollum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter.
Heating up like a microwave. Once McCollum gets a few to fall, you know he's in rhythm.
Morant with it, now defended by McCollum. The 10-footer, he can't get it to go. And it's Portland the other way. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Adams taking his time here, down low. Here's Nurkic. Over Brooks, and Portland again with the bucket.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Well, they're playing well as a unit, taking shots they know they can make and building this lead.
Now here's Morant. Got a hand on it. And here is Adams. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. To the inside, Nurkic. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's Anderson with the drive, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Shot's good. Hit.
With a lengthy wingspan, that's what Anderson does. He's able to maneuver through defenders and put the ball in the basket.
And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him slow-mo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Allen's checked in.
1 shot.
That one misses for Anderson. And for the longest time, the Grizzlies looking for an answer at the small forward position. 2 summers ago, they signed Kyle Anderson away from San Antonio.
Yeah, Kevin, and he's a unique player. He's kind of a point forward type, very effective around the rim with his length.
Passes to Clark. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, 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 get the money. But what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see. And if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. C-Webb, excellent. The first free throw is good.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Hezonja, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. That one is no good. And Adams has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Nurkic, the pass to Adams. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Adams has got his first 3 points of the game.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
One thing Morant does with consistency, he keeps defenders off balance.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Morant. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
Pass to Azania. Shoots over Morant. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Over to the left wing. Clark for three. It's good from long range.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
Now here's Adams. Pass to Hazanya. Got a piece of it.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Portland's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Azania, the pass to Gabriel. Allen against Adams. To the left wing. Little passes to Horde. Over Morant. Again, the Trailblazers score. Horde! Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
First free throw is good. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jaren Jackson. Tolliver comes in for Clark. Jackson, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant. And Allen drops them both. For Portland, they've gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Adams, the pass to Hazanya.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Adams outside. 5 to shoot. And the pass to Hazanya. Fade away.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Here's Melton. Adams defending. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you know, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, you know, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But, yeah, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
Now here's Adams. After Josh Jackson's miss, Hezonja finds Adams. Back to Hezonja. Knocks it loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Outside Jackson. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down.
The Grizzlies have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Here's Melton. Adams defending. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union: prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
Now here's Lillard. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Morant with a wide open look. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Brooks against Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. Grizzlies with the rebound. Clark's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And McCollum with the block. And he gets it back. Count it. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Lillard left side. That one falls. Lillard's got 26.
Oh, it's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
Now here's Morant. He's guarded by McCollum. Valanciunas against Nurkic. No good from Valanciunas.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Lillard with the bucket.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Trailblazers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Damian Lillard.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And that one's good. Morant.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
Now here's McCollum. Inside, here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.